Today, I am excited to share with you how I automatically remove the background in product photography. There are background removal apps online, but the ones I tried had many limitations. That's why I decided to build my own application. The script I built uses Python and OpenCV to process all images in a folder. I'll include some links in the description below with instructions on how to run this script on your Windows, Mac or Linux. We'll be using a technique called simple thresholding to try and detect the object and separate it from the background. This method only works when you have a dark object on a white background or vice versa. So this is what the script looks like. You'll first need to provide a folder with the images you want to process. We'll call this the input folder. Make sure it only contains JPEGs. You'll then need to create a folder to save the results. We'll call this the output folder. I'm sure the next step will confuse a lot of people. You need to copy and paste all the images in the input folder to the output folder before running this script. You'll see that this will speed up the workflow later. We'll first apply a bilateral filter or a blur to the image. This helps smooth out the threshold selection later. The blur will only be used for computation process, so it will not make the final image blurry. The default setting of 5 diameter works well. You can increase it to make the selection smoother, but the process will take longer. The Sigma color and Sigma space can be used to make finer adjustments. The binary_inv method works best for objects over a white background, while the binary method is experimental and should work for light-colored objects on a black background. Next, we will set a threshold value for the simple thresholding. 180 seems to be a good starting point for dark products on a white background. Since it's likely that each image will have slightly different lighting conditions, you will probably need to adjust this value per image. We can make small adjustments to the selection between the object and the background using the Morph tool. Dilate to give some breathing space between the object and background. Erode to make a more tighter selection around the object. The two numbers below determines how much you want to morph. Finally, we can set a new background color. I like selecting one of the secondary colors while fine-tuning the threshold, as the results are easier to see. Afterwards, I can set the background color to white before saving the results. To run the script, click Process or press the Enter key. Once you are happy with a result, you can remove it from the output folder and move it somewhere else. If you click Process again, you'll notice that the image you removed from output folder will not be generated again. Since you may have to change the threshold value over and over again, I think this program design allows you to work with less interruptions. Now I'll show a quick demonstration of how to use this program with images shot under various conditions. Our first batch of test shots were taken under poor lighting conditions over a white, black and orange background. There were several issues with these images that affected the results. Firstly, the frames on the sides and the table on the bottom got in the way of the object detection. Secondly, the black background was reflective and was too bright. This makes it difficult to distinguish between the object and the background. Finally, some objects will have both light and dark areas. This will make it difficult to threshold. You may also find some shadows underneath the object which wasn't separated. Unfortunately, this can be difficult to remove automatically for certain shapes and will have to be clipped later manually. So here are a few of the results from the first batch. You will typically get one of these 4 results. A perfect clip with some shadows. You will have to clip the shadows manually. A partially clipped image. Not perfect, but if the background separation is clean, you can continue clipping the rest of the image. You will still save a lot of time. A straight-up poor result. Objects with a complex shape or similar color to the background generally yield terrible results. You'll have to clip these manually yourself. A partially clipped image but with some of the object also clipped. If you choose, you can fix the partially clipped area with your favorite photo editor by importing this image and the original image as 2 layers and applying a mask over the clipped area. It's a quick fix. Here is a quick demo of a batch we did a few months ago shot under better lighting conditions. As you can see, the results are much better, but I think an overexposed white background will produce better results. I typically only use white backgrounds in our shoots, so I only use this automation on the darker products. I also automate the cropping, resizing and renaming process in bulk. I plan to upload these methods in the near future, so please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified. Please stay safe, and see you next time.